If there ever was a video I'd really appreciate you watch till the end, this would definitely be it. And if you haven't seen one of my videos in a while, or you're a new viewer, or you're an avid viewer, you know, it's good to see you and I hope you're doing well. I've been doing these talk videos a lot lately, it seems, and I think it's just because I have a lot on my mind, and, you know, I've always tried to be like transparent and honest, so I'd be yapping, you know. But I got a lot to talk about, and I think it's pretty important, so let's just get into it. Also, sorry about the noises, but my dog Cleo is chewing on her bone. Come say hi. Up. Hey, Cleo. So if you didn't see, there were some layoffs at High Res today, which is just a few weeks separated from some other layoffs at High Res, which, I mean, it just fucking sucks, to put it bluntly. My heart goes out to everybody that was affected. There's a ton of people that work at that company that are really, really good people and hard workers. And, you know, it just sucks. That sort of pushed the topic of today's video to the forefront of my mind, but I've been thinking about this for weeks, if not months, you know. This is one of the problems with just being patient and waiting, forehead, for the game to be in a really good state, because, you know, how are you supposed to pay the people improving the game if it's not making money, you know? But speaking of Smite 2, and probably part of the reason that people are being laid off is it's just not there yet. You know, it's still way too early. It doesn't have the replayability that it needs. I think in a few months, maybe even as long as they can sustain it, I know in a few months it'll be a lot better, but it's just not there yet. And population-wise, viewership-wise, it's just not really sustainable right now. Now, I love Smite, don't get it twisted, but now that I'm a full-time content creator, I have to make some decisions for my future, which is the meat and potatoes of this video and the reason for the clickbait title and all that. Let's just say the YouTube algorithm has not been happy with us lately with all the variety uploads and some of the passion projects I've worked on. Granted, there should be a drop in viewership regardless, just because most of you watch me for Smite, and that's fine for now. But let's just get to the point. I've been absolutely loving Deadlock. It feels corny to say, but it feels like it was sort of like made for me with my background in fast-paced shooters like COD, Halo, and Gears, and then RTSs like StarCraft, and MOBAs, of course, like Smite. There's a passion there that I haven't felt in a while, and the upside to the game is sort of just limitless right now. And it feels like a game I could not only just be good at, but maybe even be the best at, and want to be the best at, if that makes sense. So Loyal and I have sort of made the decision to mostly upload Deadlock now. That might feel weird to some of you who haven't been keeping up, but to put it simply and maybe in a metaphor, it feels sort of like we're on a sinking ship with Smite that's constantly having holes pop up, but there's another boat within swimming distance that's literally partying in our view. They're throwing lifeboats down to people. You get the point. Now, it doesn't mean that I won't ever upload or play Smite. I'm still going to stream Smite often, and I'm going to be playing for Vegas when it comes to competitive side. But when it comes to the algorithm and time that I want to spend grinding content, Deadlock it just has to be it. It just has to. For the next few months at least. And I don't want this video to feel like a funeral because it's really not, and I'm still going to be playing Smite. But I've always taken the approach where I like to talk about things I enjoy and like versus, you know, whatever else. So I just want to say that Deadlock, it's got a bunch of stuff that I love. It's got a high skill ceiling. It's got tons of ADHD mechanics. It's got cool character design, fun map play, lots of replayability, simple yet fun builds. I mean, the list goes on. Now, if you're somebody who only watches me for Smite and that's not going to change, you know, I completely understand, and I hope to see you around still. However, I actually feel like I'm in a pretty unique position here with Deadlock because I was actually very late to trying it out, and I had my gripes from just watching other people play it. But now that I put a decent amount of time in, I completely get the hype, and I feel like I can actually help people get into it and really understand the game. Because I really don't even think it's that hard to get into or understand. I think it's one of those low skill floor, but very high skill ceiling games, which in my opinion is how every competitive game should be. I would compare it to Fortnite in that way, where if you watched Fortnite when it came out in whatever year, 2018, 19, I don't know. If you watched it then, you were probably like, what the fuck is going on? But then if you tried it, you started to understand it more, and then it became one of the biggest games of all time. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that's where Deadlock is headed, and I'm not trying to just completely glaze them, but I think you get the idea. So if you're on the fence about Deadlock, or you love the game, or you hate it but you enjoy my videos, I think I can help you learn the game more, and I think I can help you come to love it, and so on. So if you ever have questions about the game, I'm going to try to answer every single one to the best of my ability, so feel free to ask. And of course, if you have any questions about anything I've talked about in this video, comment it down below. I'll also respond to every single comment. I have lots of content planned for Deadlock, so I'd really appreciate your support and love to help out. And I think I've done a decent job at helping people learn the game when it comes to Smite over the years. And I also feel like I have a unique perspective versus some other people when it comes to getting better at video games. So I'm going to try and do that again with Deadlock. Honestly, I think it's pretty exciting, and I'm super optimistic about it. So, and of course, like I said, I'm still going to be playing Smite. I'm still going to be testing out every patch, and I hope there will be a singularity point that we cross where Smite 2 becomes everything we loved about Smite 1 and more. But until then, at least on the YouTube side of things, I'm going to be trying to grind deadlock content. I almost forgot to mention this, but I actually think the game is way more a MOBA than it is a shooter. And I believe Smite players specifically will be really good at this game. Maybe even dominate. I.e., Andy and Ven have already won a tournament. So thank you so much, guys, for all the support over the years. Here's to many more. I hope to see each and every single one of you guys in the next video. But until then, stay safe and healthy as always. Peace out.